Hey guys, it's David Barnett from davidcbarnett.com, the blog site, YouTube channel, iTunes, and SoundCloud podcast where I talk about buying, selling, managing, and financing small and medium sized businesses. This week, because I'm on vacation, I downloaded a bunch of stuff onto my Kindle app of my tablet for reading on the plane and as well as a bunch of podcasts to listen to and stuff. One of the books that I downloaded was called Before the Exit by a guy named Dan Andrews. And I really enjoyed the book. It was not that long of a book. I read it in about 2.5 hours. And I believe it was less than $5 on Amazon.com. So it's not a big investment. But Dan details the adventure that he and his partner had on their exit out of their business and about all of the hype and cultural things that seem to exist within the entrepreneur community space about the idea of exiting your business. And so I really liked how Dan got into some of the emotional stuff regarding how people feel once they sell a business. And he talks a great deal about having an idea of what you're going to be doing after. And if you are selling strictly from a money point of view, how much money do you really need to get to that next level? And he goes through this idea of thinking about your personal wealth in terms of a ladder and each rung being a different thing. So the first rung is a person who is in debt, and the next step out of that is to pay off all your debts and become a broke person. And then you could become a person with savings, etc. And I like how he takes us through that story. And here's if you've been listening to my channel for a long time, watching my YouTube videos, what you'll know is that one of the things that I consistently say is that people rarely sell a good business because they want to cash out. It's usually always a pressing personal need that drives somebody to want to sell a good business. And Dan explores some of the reasons why he and his partner felt that they needed to sell their business, and he challenged some of the ideas that different professionals around him were giving him. And one of the other nice things that I like about the book is he talks about his relationship between he and his partner and their business broker, and how that relationship got to the point where it almost led them to accepting an offer which really wasn't that good for them, and they didn't accept that offer. They ended up waiting for a much better offer. But I really enjoyed the book, and if you're a business owner and you're thinking that selling is something that you want to do, I think that it's worth the read. It's certainly worth a few dollars. And I've known many business owners who I've helped over the years sell their business who have gone through a little bit of a crisis afterwards because they either didn't know what they were going to be doing next, or they were grabbing an opportunity because someone was offering them something that they felt was more than fair, so they didn't want to lose out on that opportunity to sell. But because they didn't have the next thing lined up properly, they didn't exactly know what they were going to be doing, they actually ended up scrambling around and wasting a lot of time and going through money before they figured out what exactly they were going to be doing. So, and I know that if you have to sell because of, illness or divorce or retirement and stuff, that doesn't really come into play. But there are a lot of people out there who will eventually get to the point where they're just bored with their business. In fact, that was the number one reason people came to me when I had my business brokerage office looking to sell, is that they were simply tired out and bored, and they were looking to do something new with their life and needed to sell the business to free up capital. So what I've done is I've added a link to this book in the Amazon.com store on my blog site. So if you go over to davidcbarnett.com, there's a series of tabs going across right underneath the banner. And if you click on the Amazon.com store, you will then see a bunch of books that I've written and a bunch of books that I recommend from other people. And if you click that, it is an affiliate link, so I'm sure I will earn 8 or 12 cents off of your purchase. Don't forget that all of my books now are available as audiobooks. It was one of my winter projects that I was happy to finally get done. And so if you're not into audiobooks yet, you can actually get a free trial subscription to Audible, which is a monthly service from Amazon where you can actually get books every month. And if you're interested in that, just click through any of my books, go onto the audiobook, and just click sign up for your free 14-day trial. With that, don't forget, if you are thinking about selling a business, go to howtosellmyownbusiness.com, which is the website that I have, which is all focused around people selling their businesses and how I can help you do that without a commission, because of course I help my clients as a consultant. And so some of the things you're going to read about the differences in motivations that Dan and his partner had with their broker, it really made me smile when I was reading that section of the book, because it highlighted many of the reasons why I started to do my work under the consulting model instead of under the brokerage model. And with that, I'll say see you later, and we'll talk next week. Thanks, guys.